Welcome back to Break Default 2. We're here in Savalon at the capital to check out some new side quests. There's one over in the gambling hall, and there's one right here with I think this is the first we've ever gotten for Prince Pollux.
And that concludes our report. We are pleased to announce that the restoration of the city is proceeding ahead of schedule.
It certainly seems so. Though we must not grow complacent. Everything must be done to ensure the people of Savalon can resume their former lives without delay.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You seem pretty busy.
Oh, I merely issue the orders. It is those carrying out the work who have the difficult job.
I admire your humility, Your Majesty. But I doubt it's as simple as you make it sound.
Several knotty issues remain, but I shall not rest until all have been resolved. We are getting there, one day at a time.
Your Majesty, there... Oh, forgive me. May I make an urgent report?
At ease, soldier. Please, continue.
We have ascertained the cause of the drying of the city wells, Your Majesty. The water level of the cavern which supplies them is dangerously low.
The problem lies at the source, then. Perhaps we should have done more to prepare before the waters receded. Very well. Water from the palace wells must be distributed among the people. Prioritize those who have been in need the longest.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Did your water supply always dry up like this?
No. Since His Majesty, the King of Musa, helped us to overhaul the underground waterway system, not so much as a single well has failed us.
How about further back than that? Could there be a record of something?
Ah, I see what you are intimating. Yes. Let us inquire with Drummond. He is sure to have some pertinent information.
I'll go talk to him. You've clearly got enough on your plate as it is.
Giant's armor. Somebody go try to touch Drummond again. This guy right here has something too. Spell blossoms shall see my dream fulfilled. You seem to be servile, so I will do outward use my bidding. Bring some spell blossoms forthwith. Once I have them, my future is assured. Demon's Rod. I must always minion. You have excel yourself. True you have. Yeah, now I have spell blossoms I crave. All I need to do now is hand to Prince Pollux and HLP. Help us to resolve charms. How I know? Why spell blossoms are prescribed as weeks. Horoscope is a surefire solution to all one's romantic troubles. It's a girl, a woman. Yeah, I mean, it looks. I didn't quite catch it at first, but yeah, it's a woman. That's funny because everything that you have in here revolves around Drummond. Wants to constantly go back to him again and again.
Oh, it is you. And what brings you to the dungeons?
There's something I need to ask you about.
The wells are drying up, you say?
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Not that I recall. No, there was one time. Long ago, when I was but a boy. There will be a record of it in the palace. Search the bookshelves. It should be there somewhere.
Okay. Thanks, Drummond.
I bet it's something to do with the monster. It's funny how they keep mentioning the waters receding, but they haven't receded yet, and they probably never will during the course of the game, because that would require them to redesign everything, and I don't think they're gonna do that. They're not gonna bother. So they keep talking about the water receding, but they're not actually receding at all.
This must be it. Yep, it's just like Drummond said. The wells have dried up before. Looks like it was caused by monsters. They destroyed the old waterways, which meant the water leaked away before it could reach the wells. I wonder if that's what's happening this time too. Guess we'd better head down there and take a look.
Figured. Nah, they don't look that special to me.
Looks like we found our culprits. Let's stay focused.
I'm up, huh?
Oh, they have a lot of HP.
Maelstrom of magic assails!
We got to stay focused till the end.
They were leveled up, but it's not that hard.
Phew. Doesn't look like the waterway is damaged this time. Let's go tell the prince.
So, the creatures were blocking the flow of water, but the waterway itself remains intact. We must take immediate steps to ensure that this does not happen in the future. Thank you for resolving this matter so quickly. Hopefully the wells will soon be full again.
Oh, it's Drummond you need to thank, really.
Drought. It is one of the greatest threats to our way of life, and one which consumed my brother. He thought he had found the solution at last.
You must assist me, Pollux. This is the opportunity we have been waiting for. The opportunity to change our kingdom's fortunes forever.
But an inexhaustible supply of water, Castor? Surely such a thing is too good to be true. And the thought of having to invade another kingdom in order to acquire it? Well...
You care more about other kingdoms than your own? Is that it?
Of course not. That is not what I mean, and you know it.
Then what do you mean? I, for one, would do anything for our kingdom. Anything. Up to and including the invasion of another. The shortage of water has held our people, our land, back for too many years. This must end.
And it will. We have new waterways, and soon we will find new sources to tap.
Soon? Not soon enough. The waterways barely sustain us. And what if something were to happen to them before your precious plans bear fruit? How can you and Father not see? It is not enough to plan for the future. We must help ourselves in the here and now. If we do not, there may be no future. I mean to aid the living, breathing citizens of Savalon, not those who may never come.
But Castor...
Enough! I can see that you and Father will never agree with me.
I thought my brother reckless and hot-headed. I refused to support his plan. And so, he threw me into a jail cell. I understood his desperation to save those living in the here and now. He could not reconcile himself with our father's belief that, though his people suffered hardship now, their future would be one of plenty.
So, did you...
No. I understood, but I did not agree. I was of the same mind as my father. Castor could not trust that the golden future we envisaged would come to pass. I have since begun to wonder if we trusted too much in it ourselves. And so, though others may deem him to have been dangerously misguided, I now see the wisdom in my brother's words. Yes, the future is important, but it must be reached one step at a time, and not at the expense of those living in the present. It is a balancing act, and not an easy one. But this is the challenge I have undertaken, and I intend to see it through.
So you're gonna see that both their dreams come true?
Yes. Yes, I suppose I am. And I shall not rest until I have succeeded.
That's a really good point. It's a balancing act. It seems the wells are back normal since we defeated those creatures. Good. I hate fighting those weird shapeless things. I'm far from fond of myself. Still, that's what it takes to keep the water flowing in Savalon. That's not such a big price to pay. Until the city is back on its feet, every little helps. Aye, might be wild yet too. Prince Fox has got quite a job on his hands. Yeah, but you know what? He's taken to this better than I thought he would. I think he's got this. The soldiers seem to like him too. Look at the dashing young ruler. Well, if he can get the rest of the kingdom on board, they'll have everything sorted before we know it. I'd say, when I first saw Prince Pollux, I didn't think he'd have so much, well, substance, I guess. He was starting to take his father and brother's last wishes very seriously. Yeah, I'm sure he'll find a way to balance both their dreams. Savalon's in good hands.
Hey, Roddy. What are you doing?
Don't tell me you're tidying up the mess Vigentio made all by yourself.
And why shouldn't I be? I've to lead by example, have I not?
Working yourself into an early grave's no example to be setting. What would Lily say, eh?
Ah, volunteering to help, are we, Elvis? Very kind of you. Many hands make light work and all that.
Wait, I never...
Come on. Surely you're not planning on leaving an old pal in the lurch?
Fine. Let's get to it, shall we?
This takes me back. We did a lot of tidying up after folks once upon a time, eh?
After Lady Emma, you mean? Aye. She just couldn't turn the challenger down. Insisted on giving every two-bit wizard who rolled into town a shot at the title.
That she did. And it was always us who had to pick up the pieces afterwards. Ah, great days.
And here we are doing it again. We never learn, do we?
On the contrary, old pal. This is about not forgetting where we came from. There, all done. As near as damn it anyway. It'll do for starters. Now, I owe you something to say thanks.
Ho ho! The drinks are on Roddy, eh? Lead on, big man.
I think I can do a little better than that.
And what exactly am I supposed to do with a ratty old bit of wall dash?
You'll not be doing anything with it. I'm going to use it to make you a wand that'll help you out there on your travels.
You are, eh? Like you're a friend indeed, Roddy. All that for little old me?
No, don't get too excited just yet. I'll be needing you to gather the rest of the ingredients first.
You what now?
Oh, wipe that look off your face. It's just a few simple bits and bobs, that's all. First, I'll need some meadow mist. It's a plant that grows over towards Halcyonia. Then we'll be needing some cactus milk. You can find that in Savalon or thereabouts. And last but not least, a chunk of moonstone ice. Rindal's your go-to spot for that.
A few simple bits? We'll have to traipse halfway around the world for that little lot.
Aye, that you will. And it'll be more than worth your while, believe me.
Fine. If you reckon this wand of yours is so special, I suppose we can give it a go.
I knew you'd come round soon enough. Right, I'll carry on putting things back in order here. You come and find me when you've got the goods.
Wow. Divine Rod, that actually sounds pretty nice. Let's have a luck boost. Since ancient times, the skin of snake sheds have been believed to bring seriously good fortune. Health, wealth, you name it, snake skins bring it, so I want some. Okay. Are they from that... I bet they are from the, Dungeon over to the west. Is there anything more terrifying than the undead? I've had enough. The undead need to get gone, and stay gone this time. Ready to spell you can do with Holly to keep them awake. Can you give me some? I love Better Than Ever. It's not too useful here, but it'll be very useful in layer battles and everything. I missed that one. Because so while I was editing my videos, I realized I came up here and died, and I didn't go up here next time, so I completely forgot to get this chest. Alright, well that's our final snake skin then. Meadow Mist. Why is cactus milk right there? There's only a cactus there. Ollie. Thank you so much. With these, my luck's sure to take a turn for the better. Like I said, should be the old me like with so much scaly skin. Once I sell these little beauties in the secret market, underground snake skin market, I'll be rolling money. Oops, I mean, it's let that slip. Look, I hope you don't think I'm a snake in the grass, but I'm afraid it's all my plan all along. I know about stuff about snake skins being lucky, but one thing I do know is that I was very lucky to meet you. Hey, probably some holly. Nice work. Now just add the sardines and garlic and smear stuff with the results. I stink. We're trying to keep everything at bay, everyone at bay, whether they're under or not. Perfect.
Ah, there you are. Sorry. You probably had a right old nightmare hunting down that little lot, didn't you?
Nightmare my foot, you patronising old goat, you. Could have done it in half the time if we'd wanted.
That's the spirit. Right. Let's get started, shall we? Do you remember when Vigintio first came to town?
How could I forget? I've not seen a head that inflated before or since. And he didn't let up with his big talk, even in front of Lady Emma. I knew it was going to be a set too to remember.
Aye. Let us see once and for all who is the greatest sorcerer in the land, or whatever nonsense he was spouting. Not that she was the slightest bit impressed.
He put on a heck of a show though. Gave her a proper run for her money if I remember rightly. But she came through in the end.
Pig-headed so-and-so wouldn't take no for an answer though, would he? Kept on coming back for more.
Aye. I don't know about greatest sorcerer in the land, but he certainly had the thickest skin. Why was he so obsessed with winning anyway? Still puzzles me even now. The book!
Oh, interesting.
Look, it's Lady Emma's funeral.
So a lot of times we have one of these.
Oh, the poor people of Wiswald. So sad at Lady Emma's passing, traipsing through the streets in pathetic tribute. Finally, I've won! Finally, I have defeated the stubborn old witch. She couldn't outwit death, but I could! And I didn't just outwit it. I outdid it, surpassed it, became the mighty White. I have proven I am better than her. I win. I win. And now I stand as the undisputed wizarding champion of the world! Ow! It hurts! But the fear of pain, the fear of death itself, them both! I have beaten them! I have won! I have become the almighty, mighty White! I may have lost to her more than once, but only just. Every time, only just. So in a way, I mostly won. Every single time.
What kind of logic is that?
Now I have the power. Power over fear. Power over death. The mighty White wins the day once and for all, indisputably. Perhaps I should try to calm down a little. Wait. No. What is that? Who are you? Who else revels in the passing of the cursed witch? Wait. You're congratulating me? Celebrating my momentous victory? Good! Yes, praise me. Bow
Is it Edna?
before me. I am the greatest in the world! Oh. It hurts. Hurts so good. Give me more. More. My wounds will commemorate my victory. They will mark me as the greatest wizard of them all! More!
This is getting obnoxious.
So he was here. He came to watch the procession.
Not just to watch it, to celebrate it. He was even more twisted than we knew. How could he possibly think of that as winning?
Time to pop the Waldash in. All done. Here you go, old pal. A wand imbued with the power to take down a mighty White, no less. Not to mention all the extra oomph from the other ingredients I had you gather.
Well, I'll certainly not be saying no to a gift like that.
Good. Just remember, don't let the power mess with your mind. If you do, you'll soon end up like Vigintio. Keep your feet on the ground and your head out of the clouds.
Lady Emma's old catchphrase, eh? Aye. I'll be sure not to let myself get carried away.
Vine Rod. Huh. My way stuff got me wondering, what does he feel like not being able to die? It's not quite like being able to die exactly. It's more like you're dead, but you're still conscious. Your heart stopped beating, your body's cold, you can't taste anything, not that you need to eat. That's like no fight at all. Hard to believe someone would go through all that, even if it was to avoid dying. Aye, the fear of the end is a powerful thing, but becoming undead doesn't mean you avoid your death. It makes it last forever. Despite knowing this, he still chose to become what he became. I guess he really wanted to win over an Emma. He thought he was the greatest wizard of all time, and the fact that she was more famous and better respected, well, obviously sent him a bit mad. Then of course she killed him. You really can't have him like her anymore. So he did all that just to get back at someone? Aye, vanity is a dangerous thing. Sure was for Vigintio. Jealousy and hatred will continue to consume a person and destroy him in the end. Let's hope he's finally free of all that now, at least. Yeah, he's kind of messed up. I think it's about time for us to call it quits in this episode of Brave Default 2. Until next time, this is JaidynReiman, signing out.